So when your consciousness rises, your reality starts to transform. So this is basically called the quantum leap within. So what happens is that, see, there is a time in everybody's life where everything is the same. There will be same people, there will be the same situations, there will be the same surroundings, there will be the same process in everything. But still, something in you actually changes. You start to see life in a very different way. So why does this happen and how does this happen? This is the question. So basically, you no longer resonate with people you resonated with in the previous reality, and you start to see life in a very authentic way. And जो लोग मास्क में होते हैं, you do not actually resonate with the noises around you. You no longer resonate with the hollow conversations of people, and suddenly you want depth in everything. So this is not magic. It is a change in your vibrations. It is a quantum shift in consciousness. Now let me explain how this quantum shift actually works. See, when your consciousness rises, the world around you will not rearrange itself. It will be the same. The world around you will be the same. There will be same people, there will be same environment, but it is you which actually changes. It is your projection of life which actually changes. Basically your perception of looking at the world changes. For example, अभी तक मैंने ब्लैक सन ग्लासेस पहने हुए थे. So black sunglasses में मुझे जो world नज़र आए, the world will also seem a bit shady or with black reflection. But the moment I change my sunglasses, the moment I wear pink sunglasses, so the world around me will actually look like pink all over. So basically, you actually change your lenses. You start seeing world in a different way, and automatically the world around you feels different now. Okay, let us take an example. We all know how the radio works. The music will always be there. It is playing, but you couldn't hear the music. Why? Because you were vibrating at a different frequency. The moment you change the frequency of that radio, automatically you start to hear that music. And that music was always there. It was just that you had to change the frequency you are living in. So life operates the same way. When our vibration changes, when our thoughts, emotions, and belief around life changes, and we shift into higher frequencies of gratitude, of peace, of acceptance, then what happens is that automatically your life also starts to change. And basically now you are tuning into a different reality. देखो, anger, greed, or ego, there it will always be there. But it is you who have to make that choice. It is you that, do you want to live a life full of ego and anger and ignorance, or you want to live a life of gratitude or a good behavior. So basically when you practice these kind of things, and when your life is now full of acceptance of whatever कुछ भी आए सामने से, आई विल जस्ट एक्सेप्ट इट. आई विल नॉट रेजिस्ट इट कि मेरे साथ ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है या फिर मेरे साथ ऐसा ही होना चाहिए. Whatever is coming to you, you are owning it, and then you're moving it forward. So actually nothing outside changed, but the lens through which we were seeing the world actually changed. And automatically when your lenses change, the world around you will obviously change. The next step comes the inner transformation. So when your consciousness rises, your inner transformation begins. And why did this happen? Because first we were trying to control everything around us. We were not being in the present moment. We were not accepting things. We were just pushing things away. We were not owning it. So obviously life seemed difficult. But when this flow begins, so what happens is that awareness brings acceptance, and acceptance brings peace, and peace rises your vibration. So for example, you are now here. Now in that higher state of vibrations, life will flow effortlessly. Because see, 95% of us are actually stuck in judgment, in pretending who we are not, in false selves. So automatically when you are in that higher state of vibrational zone, you won't fear judgments, you won't fear opinions. कोई कुछ भी कहेगा तुम्हें ज़्यादा फर्क ही नहीं पड़ेगा, because you have changed the way you see the world. And what is the beauty of accepting life? Now you are not faking. Now you are becoming real, and now you are in your best authentic self. So obviously when you are real and when you are the most authentic self, automatically your natural energy radiates, and we all are actually carrying different forms of energy. So that is why we all say that be your real self. अपना जो भी तुम सबसे real हो वो रहो. Don't pretend. So I will give you my example in this. So, when I was not being my real self, or when I was pretending someone else who I was not, and I was trying to fit in someone else's opinion of me. So, what happened was that, that real me was not there. It was someone else. And automatically, my energy started to drain because I was trying to fit in someone else's opinion of me. But, when your consciousness, or when you start seeing life in a different way, when that changes, and when you start to be the real you, when you start accepting who you are, and you don't try to change yourself, you just are in your best authentic era, then automatically life around us changes. This happened with me. Even when I accepted who I am, and when I started to be the real me, I got opportunities, I got abundance, I got experiences, and it has just been 3 to 4 months in this journey, and people are resonating with me. And I think that all which I've got is actually because of being the real version of me. I am not faking anything now. This was actually me. And मेरा हमेशा से यही मन था that I want to speak everything, whatever knowledge I have gained in years, yeah, whatever experiences I have gained in years, I want to share it. I want to put it out because I guess every one of us basically share the same experiences in life. And I think people resonate with me because somewhere people are going in the same situations in which I was. And we all have a different journey. And when your inner vibration changes, your reality, which is the same energy, tries to match itself now. So that is why our life changes suddenly when our consciousness rises. It is just the game of energy. That is why in the table of frequency, authenticity has the highest vibrational frequency. It is the best you can do. That is why everyone says that, be the real you. Do not fake it, please. And do not try to fit into someone else's definition of you. And everything around you changes. Your relationships, your career, your experiences, your opportunities, everything starts reflecting in that elevated consciousness. And it's not that suddenly world started changing around you. It's your projection of world which has changed. So the moment you choose awareness over reaction, and gratitude over comparison, and कि मेरे साथ ऐसा क्यों नहीं है, मेरे साथ वैसा क्यों नहीं है, be grateful towards life. When you practice these kind of things, you actually become a very different and a very real version of you. So never chase your reality, become your reality. Because we all have heard that it is not the outside world which changes, it is you which change. And automatically when you change, and when you embrace yourself, then obviously life around you have no choice but to follow.